The day the Alpha King rejected me, my entire world collapsed. Not because he chose another woman, but because he chose my sister. I stood in the center of the Moonstone Pack Hall, surrounded by hundreds of wolves, warriors, elders, servants. Even visitors from neighboring packs had traveled for days to witness the ceremony. Everyone expected a celebration. Instead, they witnessed my humiliation. My name is Aria Blackwood. And until that moment, I believed my future was already written. For 21 years, Alpha Kyle Stormfang had been the center of my world. We trained together, studied together, fought side by side. When I fell from a cliff during training at 14, he carried me home on his back. When rogue wolves attacked our village, he stood in front of me and took a blade meant for my heart. Everyone said we were destined for each other. Everyone, including me. But destiny can be cruel. Aria Blackwood. Kale's voice echoed across the hall. My heart raced. I stepped forward. The silver torches reflected in his dark eyes. For a brief second, I thought I saw regret there. Then he crushed every dream I had ever carried. I reject you. The words struck harder than any weapon. Silence spread across the hall. The musicians stopped playing. The elders froze. Even the wind outside seemed to disappear. What? I whispered. My voice trembled. Kale's expression remained cold. I, Kale Stormfang, future Alpha King of the Northern Territories, reject Aria Blackwood as my mate. Gasps erupted around the room. My chest burned. The mate bond screamed in agony. Every nerve inside my body felt as though it was being torn apart. No, the word escaped my lips before I could stop it. There must be a mistake. Then I saw her, standing beside him. My sister, Lyria, beautiful, perfect, and smiling. Not sadly, not apologetically, triumphantly. The realization hit me like a thunderbolt. The secret meetings, the whispered conversations, the sudden distance Kale had placed between us during the last few months. It all made sense. My own sister had stolen my future. Lyria stepped forward gracefully. She wore a silver necklace, the exact necklace Kale had once promised to give me. The necklace he had sworn would symbolize our future together. I never meant for you to find out this way, she said softly. The lie was so obvious that it made my stomach turn. You never meant for me to find out? I laughed bitterly. The sound shocked even me. You are standing beside my mate in front of the entire pack. Lyria lowered her eyes dramatically. Some people actually looked sympathetic toward her. I suddenly understood why she always won. She knew exactly how to play the victim. Kale placed a protective arm around her shoulders. That hurt more than the rejection itself. Something inside me shattered. I turned away. I refused to cry before them. I refused to give them that satisfaction. But before I could leave, an ancient voice echoed inside my mind. Do not accept the rejection. I froze. My heartbeat stopped. The voice was deep, powerful, older than anything I had ever felt. I looked around. Nobody else reacted. Nobody else heard it. Who are you? I whispered. For centuries I have waited. A cold shiver ran down my spine. Waited for what? The voice laughed, a terrifying laugh that seemed to come from the mountains themselves. For you. Suddenly, a wave of pain exploded through my chest. I collapsed to my knees. The hall erupted into chaos. People shouted. Someone screamed. The torches flickered wildly. And then it happened. A golden mark appeared on my wrist. Glowing. Burning. Alive. Every elder in the room gasped. One elderly woman dropped her staff. No, she whispered. It cannot be. The Alpha Elder rushed forward. His face had gone pale. Where did she get that mark? Kale frowned. What mark? The old man pointed at my wrist. The dragon mark. The room exploded with whispers. Fear spread through the crowd. Confusion filled Kale's eyes. But for the first time all night, Lyria looked afraid. Very afraid. The dragon mark. I had never heard those words before. Yet somehow they felt familiar, as if a forgotten memory was trying to surface. What does it mean? I asked. No one answered. The elders exchanged nervous glances. The oldest among them finally spoke. 700 years ago, The Dragon King vanished. My pulse quickened. The prophecy said his mate would bear that mark. Silence. Complete silence. Then laughter echoed across the hall. Kale laughed. At first, only a little. Then louder. Soon others joined him. The entire room seemed relieved. A prophecy? Kale said. You're telling me this girl is connected to a dragon that disappeared centuries ago? The crowd laughed again. Embarrassment burned inside me. Maybe they were right. Maybe this was all nonsense. Maybe the rejection had broken my mind. Then the ground shook. The laughter died instantly. Another tremor followed. Stronger this time. The chandeliers rattled overhead. Outside, wolves began howling. Not ordinary howls. Terrified howls. Every warrior rushed toward the doors. The massive entrance burst open. A scout stumbled inside. Blood covered his clothes. His eyes were wide with terror. Alpha. Kale stepped forward. What happened? The scout struggled to breathe. Then he spoke the words that changed everything. A dragon. The room froze. A dragon has returned. The scout pointed toward the northern mountains. It's flying toward Moonstone territory. Panic exploded across the hall. People screamed. Children cried. Warriors grabbed their weapons. Dragons had not been seen for hundreds of years. They were legends. Stories told to frighten young pups. Yet the fear on the scout's face was real. Terrifyingly real. Kale rushed outside. The crowd followed. I stood slowly and joined them. The night sky stretched endlessly above us. At first, I saw nothing. Then a shadow moved across the moon. Huge, impossible, magnificent. The creature emerged from the clouds. Golden scales reflected moonlight. Massive wings blocked out the stars. Its eyes glowed like burning suns. The entire pack fell silent. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. The dragon circled once above the territory, then twice. Finally, it descended. The wind from its wings knocked people to the ground. Trees bent under the force. The dragon landed beyond the training fields. Every warrior raised their weapons, but the creature ignored them. Its gaze searched the crowd, searching, looking, hunting, until it found me. The golden eyes locked onto mine. The world disappeared. The crowd vanished. The fear vanished. Only those eyes remained. And then I heard the ancient voice again. Not in my head this time, but from the dragon itself. At last. My breath caught. The dragon lowered its massive head. Thousands of wolves watched in stunned silence. Then it spoke words no one would ever forget. My queen. And standing beside Kale, my sister's face turned completely white. My queen. The dragon's voice rolled across Moonstone territory like distant thunder. No one dared to move. No one dared to breathe. Thousands of wolves stared at me in complete disbelief. Me. The girl who had just been rejected before the entire pack. The girl everyone had pitied only moments ago. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would burst from my chest. I think you've made a mistake, I whispered. The enormous dragon lowered its head until its golden eyes were level with mine. There has never been a mistake where destiny is concerned. His voice was calm, ancient, gentle. Nothing like the terrifying monster the stories had described. Behind me, Kyle finally found his voice. Stay away from her. He stepped forward, placing himself between me and the dragon. Warriors immediately followed him, raising their silver-tipped spears. The dragon looked at them without the slightest concern. If I wished to harm her, he said quietly, none of you would still be standing. An uncomfortable silence followed. Everyone knew he was telling the truth. The Alpha Elder slowly lowered his head. We welcome the Dragon King. Gasps echoed through the crowd. KL turned sharply. What are you doing? He's our enemy. The old elder sighed. No, Alpha. He was never our enemy. He was our protector. Confusion spread through the crowd. The stories every child had grown up hearing suddenly seemed like lies. The Dragon King turned his gaze back to me. My name is Aurelius. I have searched for you for 700 years. My throat tightened. How could you search for someone who wasn't even born? A faint smile appeared in his golden eyes. Because I was waiting for your soul. Those words sent chills through me. I don't understand. You will. Before I could ask another question, Lyria suddenly stepped forward. This is madness. She forced tears into her eyes. Aria has always loved attention. This has to be some kind of trick. Several wolves nodded uncertainly. She had always been good at convincing people. Ko looked between us. His face was unreadable. The Dragon King glanced toward Lyria. For the first time, warmth disappeared from his eyes. You wear something that does not belong to you. Lyria instinctively touched the silver necklace around her neck. It was a gift. No. It was stolen. The words landed like a slap. Lyria's face paled. Kael frowned. What do you mean? The dragon's gaze shifted toward Kael. You promised that necklace to your true mate. The entire crowd turned toward him. Kael looked genuinely shaken. His eyes slowly moved to me, then to the necklace around Lyria's neck. A memory flashed across his face. Years ago. To be continued.